Hey, it's Alyssa.
It's Cassie.
Welcome back to Saving Tales with Pet Pack Rescue. Officially, we have moved, so you want to tell them all about it?
Yeah, so we got very lucky and found this amazing place. Alyssa, myself, and Grace, our treasurer, came and toured it, and we knew that this was the spot for us. So here we are.
We will give a tour. Maybe we'll save that for our next Saving Tales. That way, we have to be more intentional about getting it done because we're a little behind, but we're going to blame it on the fact that we were moving. So, first up, we wanted to talk about some events that we have coming up. On this Wednesday at Oliver's North, we have our annual Pups and Pride, which is our drag paint event. New this year, Oliver's North has agreed to do two specialized drinks where we get 50% of the proceeds. So even if you are not there for drag and paint, if you decide to order the drinks inside at dinner, we would still get 50% of those proceeds donated back to the rescue. The event starts at 6 p.m. and there are a limited number of tickets left based on talking to Christy, who is our volunteer coordinator for this event. So if you're interested, visit the website for Dragon Paint. You can find that information on both our website, petpackrescueinitiative.com, and our Facebook page. Next up on August 1st is Puppy Yoga, and that is at Doodlekins. If you visit our website, petpackrescueinitiative.com, you can get tickets to that event. It is limited tickets. We hold it to 30 just because of size of the space. Our usual person Charity will be leading the charge, and we had our first puppy yoga there about a month and a half ago. It was a really great experience, so we're excited to go back. And we have plenty of puppies coming in, including 9, I think, puppies coming in
Yeah.
this week. So they'll probably be at Drag Paint, or not Drag Paint. Well, they'll be at Drag Paint too, possibly, but they will definitely be at
Puppy
the Puppy
yoga.
Yoga on August 1st. So get your tickets. Those are $30 a ticket. It's a lot of fun. Yoga is always optional, and we thank the O'Brien team for sponsoring it with us, along with Doodlekins for giving us the space to use. Do you want to talk about the golf event on the 31st?
Yeah, so we have a mini golf event coming up. We partnered with the Putt Club in East Peoria by Bass Pro, and they will be hosting us for mini golf. I don't remember how much.
15 or 20%, I think, of the proceeds.
Yeah.
So we get a chunk of the proceeds back. And then we have Music Bingo, which we are partnering with Doodlekins for that too. It'll be a night of fun with music and bingo, and there are prizes. It is $50 a ticket, but that includes charcuterie, the tickets to the event. We may have an adoptable dog or puppy or two pop through, and then you can BYOB. She is open to alcohol, and she said you can bring whatever you would like to it to make the evening more fun. So that is on August 8th. Tickets are live on our website, petpackrescueinitiative.com. I feel like a broken record, but please check out our website. We have lots of really good information there. And last but not least, on Sunday, we have
My Dog's Bakery. So most of our adoptable dogs will be there. So come out, visit us, fall in love, and take a dog home.
Yeah, and then I'll let you break the news. What was our surprise on a Monday morning,
Oh,
Cassie?
yeah. So Alyssa and I got hit with a lovely surprise first thing this morning. One of our dogs went in to be spayed, and we found out she was pregnant. So we decided not to continue with the spay, and so we will have puppies coming.
They are black lab puppies, not mixes. Mom is 4-year-old Eclipse, and she came to us from a coalition partnership that we have with Breeder Release. So instead of convenience euthanizing the dogs, there is a coalition that works to place dogs when they are not going to breed them anymore. Our suspicion is that she probably was very early on in pregnancy and they did not catch that. So she's with us now, and she is 5 to 6 weeks along because the spines have not calcified yet. So we do not know exactly how many puppies we're going to have. So might be a betting pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say drop your comments below and tell us how many puppies you think we're going to be expecting.
How many boys, how many girls, how many puppies? When is she going to actually have these babies? Because it's always a guess. I got a wild hair. Yeah, I got a wild hair.
I encouraged said wild hair.
She did.
I've been pushing for this since I started, though.
Yeah, so over 2 years ago. We decided that we are going to start a small cat program. We have a couple of fosters that are really experienced with cats. A number of us in the program have cats of our own or have fostered cats. And so I don't know that I'll be fostering cats soon because of my own cat dynamic at home. But I was excited that we could help out Trapper Joe, as his Instagram handle is. He is on our board, and he caught a orange kitten in the hood of a car.
Yep.
And so Kathleen, one of our other board members, decided she was going to foster it. And so
She
we
said, sign me up.
Yeah, we said bring it in. And then Samantha, one of our other really awesome fosters, has been dying for us to do cat program because she's a big cat person. And she has Cheeto, another orange cat. And I think my definition of small and other people's definitions of small are a little different. But we're going to be bringing in 6 kittens in the next 2 weeks. We are keeping it under 10. And as of right now, we're keeping them probably out of animal control just to try to avoid upper respiratory. So we've got a few new fosters coming on board for that. And it's going to be a very slow roll, but we're excited to
8
expand.
is not slow. 8 in a week is not slow.
Okay, no, it's 3 weeks. But our numbers are going to be low. So for perspective, we currently have 104 animals in our program. 102 are dogs and 2 are cats. So we also are going to be a little program. And my mom says I don't do small. She also rolled her eyes at me when I said I was bringing
It's
cats
slow
in.
and small compared to our dog program. So
yeah. Speaking of growth, what else has grown, Cassie? Our hospice program, right?
Yeah, our hospice program unfortunately has grown. We recently found out Major has lymphoma, so he's going to stay with his foster Chrissy through the end of his life.
Yes, Major was a Maltese. When we saw them at Animal Control, Cassie said, "I'm an immediate yes. They'll get adopted out." And
I said, "They'll go so quick. They're small. They're a little bit older. They're gonna fly out of here."
And then they got here, and their version of small and our version of small was a little different. They were both grossly overweight. Mm-hmm. So Misty is also with Chrissy, but she foster failed on her. She has Cushing's disease, which is problematic to get a dog adopted out. But Adeline also, her daughter, also loves Misty, and Misty and Major are like a grumpy old couple. They live in Adeline's room most of the time. And so they are going to be with Chrissy, Misty as their adopted dog, and Major as their hospice dog. He doesn't know that he's not adopted. So we'll probably be doing a bucket list for him. You probably can see the top of Raina's head. She's Cassie's foster dog that is also a hospice dog. She's at least 13 based on microchip information and whatnot.
Yep.
So she's got a lot of weird medical things that go on, including GI issues and some other stuff. So she is not adoptable, and she loves her dad. Like, it's an obsession, like teenage girl obsession.
Uh-huh.
So
her whole body wiggles when he walks in a room.
So while she has to be an only dog, she's quite content at Cassie and Justin's house with them in her own room and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we have a handful of dogs, and our next project with them is getting pictures of our hospice dogs and our lifers, because we also have 2 lifers, and Cheryl, one of our photographer friends, is going to help us get that done, and we're going to put them up in our office, so they'll have their own display in the next couple of months. We will show that off when it's done. We also this last week sent a dog to Paws Giving Independence, so shout out to them. We have a fantastic relationship with them. I have Piper, a facility dog that I fostered years ago, that actually came back to me when we were matched, and she attends Richwoods High School, where I am a teacher, with me on a daily basis as a facility dog. So since we've been in operation, we've sent a handful of dogs to them as potential service or facility dogs. In this case, we sent Flint, who is now named Archer. He is a black and white lab mix. He was an oops puppy to the rescue because his mom showed up on a Saturday.
We were supposed to get a puppy, and instead we got a very pregnant mom.
That was also heartworm positive. So Flint was adopted out. Now Archer was adopted out to PGI last week, and I guess he is really smart because there are different levels of tests that you have to pass to begin working, and he's already passed his level 1 test, which means at under 4 months old, he can already start doing public access work and getting out in the community to learn how to be a service or facility dog, depending on where life takes him. So his puppy raiser, Judy, is fantastic, and he will be with her for a couple of months, and then he will head likely to Lincoln Prison, where they have a really awesome program for a lot of their longer-term inmates, where they do a lot of the training there, and then the dogs come back out into community furloughs and finish up training with PGI here. It takes between a year and 2 years to really finalize the process. Apparently, we're really boarding Raina because she walked off on us. But we're excited to see what Flint does. He's currently posted on our Facebook page as a happy-go-lucky story. We will be doing the weekly pause, which is an update that we try to send out to our foster homes on a weekly or every other week basis just to kind of keep them informed. AI is trying to help with that, but it's really kind of weird how it updates stuff. So
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. But lots of events coming up in August.
Please check out our website because I know we listed a few, but I feel like we're missing some. I think there's a Paint Your Pet in Bloomington that we missed, but I can't recall the date right now.
I think it's in September.
Is it September?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Still visit our website and check out our event.
And there's a good chance we'll have another runnings weekend, which is in Washington towards the end of the month. And we definitely have an event at Java in El Paso towards the end of the month. Mm-hmm. We are always looking for foster homes. We have a few adult dogs now we would like to separate into homes. We also have some puppies that we could split from different fosters into new homes.
And more puppies coming.
Apparently. So we take fosters in the Bloomington, Normal, Canton, Galesburg, Peoria areas, even out to Pontiac. We've had a few people that have fostered. We would love to grow the Bloomington Normal area so that they can kind of have their own little offshoot of things to do. And we look forward to the new fosters that have joined us, which we've gained, I want to say 4 new foster homes in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, including 1 new cat foster. Welcome, Jamie Venture. We really like having you back with us. So we are excited to meet new people. And, we adopted 49 dogs last month.
Yeah.
So last month was a good month. The month before was a little lower, but we did adopt out a good handful, and we're at just about 200 adoptions for this year so far. So please keep up with our website, our social media. Jill does a great job with TikTok, and she would love to see more followers there. Other than that, it's a pretty light week so far.
Yeah.
Don't jinx us though, right? Knock on wood. Anyway, new babies coming, lots of events. Good to see everybody. Signing out, Alyssa
and Cassie.
See you next time.